This is the equation responsible for the existence of complex numbers. For many years, scientists were unable to find a solution to this equation. Then the famous scientist Gauss proposed the idea that we should consider an imaginary number solution, since a real number solution is not possible. So, what is the solution of this equation x squared plus 1 equals 0? The next step is x squared equals minus 1. Then x is equal to the square root of minus 1. This square root of minus 1 is the imaginary number, which is denoted by j here. If you square this number, you get minus 1. You may have noticed that we are using the letter j instead of I to represent the imaginary number. The reason is that in Python, j is used for the imaginary number, and in electrical engineering, I is already used to denote current. These are the two reasons we use j in this course. The square root of minus 1 is not a real number. It is an imaginary number because no real number multiplied by itself produces a negative number. Moving on to complex numbers, a complex number is the sum of a real number and an imaginary number. Here, x is the real number and y is the magnitude of the imaginary number. When y is positive, the complex number is written as x plus yj. If y is negative, the complex number becomes z equals minus yj. The symbol z is typically used to denote a complex number, which is the sum of the real and imaginary parts. Now let us see how to plot real, imaginary, and complex numbers on the complex plane. This is the complex plane because it has a real axis and an imaginary axis. Some points lie on the real axis, some on the imaginary axis, and one point is a general complex number. The yellow and magenta points are real numbers. For example, the magnitude of this real number is 3, which is positive. Another real number has magnitude 7, which is also positive. This point has magnitude 5 and lies on the imaginary axis, so its real part is 0. Now, this is a complex number with both real and imaginary parts. For example, 2 plus 3j, where 2 is the real part and 3 is the imaginary part. How do we calculate the magnitude and phase of a complex number? We will discuss that in a separate video, but the most important concept is that the magnitude of a complex number is its distance from the origin. This straight line shows the magnitude of the complex number. The magnitude of this number is 3. The magnitude of this real number is 7. And the magnitude of this imaginary number is 5. This is how we can represent real and imaginary numbers on the complex plane. One important concept is that j can also act as an operator. What does that mean? Consider a real number x equal to 5. If you multiply 5 by j, what happens? Look at this figure. The point 5 moves from the real axis to the imaginary axis. Essentially, multiplying by j rotates the number by 90 degrees while keeping its magnitude unchanged. When you multiply 5 by j, the magnitude remains 5, but the angle becomes 90 degrees because it moves from the x-axis to the y-axis, or from the real axis to the imaginary axis. This means that j acts as an operator. Multiplying a real number by j shifts it from the real axis to the imaginary axis. The value of j can be described as 1 at an angle of 90 degrees.